Hi. You might think I'm running Windows XP here, which I'm clearly not, because you can clearly see that I have not got Internet Explorer 8, 7, or 6. I've got Internet Explorer 11. Now, if you didn't know, end of support for Windows XP and Office 2003 is on the 8th of April 2014. But, if you have Microsoft Security Essentials for Windows XP, you will keep getting definitions for Windows XP machines, which is handy, but you won't get any security updates like in Windows 7 you would. Now I've got my sister here to ask her some questions about her favourite operating system. So, what is your favourite operating system?
Well, it's Windows 7.
If Windows 7 had a different name, would you use it?
Of course.
If Windows 7 looked like Windows XP, would you use it, even though Vista had already come out and looked, well, different?
Maybe. Maybe I'll use Vista.
Well, Vista is a good operating system, but when it first came out, it wasn't Microsoft's fault that Vista didn't work on machines. It's the OEM's fault for sticking Vista on machines that were Vista's minimum requirements: 512 megabytes of RAM and a gigahertz processor, specifically a Celeron because they're all crap. Now, I'd just like to tell you about how you can make Windows 7 look like Windows XP by visiting skinpacks.com, selecting Windows 7 from the downloads list and scrolling all the way down to the bottom to the XP skin pack, and you get a pack of Windows XP skin like this with all the icons and all the desktop wallpapers. Would you do that if it would speed your computer up?
Well, of course, I want a fast computer, so yeah.
But I'm sure your computer runs Vista,
It does.
but you never use it, so what's the point?
Because, yeah, sometimes I occasionally use it. I occasionally use it, and he'll tell you why at the end.
Right. The reason that computer's got Vista on it is because the hard drive in it that had Windows 7 on it decided it was going to die. We had a Dell Windows 7 OEM copy installed on another hard drive, so we just stuck that in because it was a Dell computer. In fact, I'm using a Dell to record this video right now. To be specific, it's a Dell Vostro 220 running Microsoft Windows 7 Ultimate. Can we not have that joke, please? Yes, you might know that reference, but anyway. Support for Windows XP is ending soon, so we're just going to find out what is the best OS for you to upgrade to. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to change the page to Meet Windows and just give you a quick overview of the Windows homepage at the moment. Just watch this video. We haven't got any sound, at least I don't think we do.
Two-in-ones, laptops, desktop all-in-ones. If it's been a while since you bought a new computer, you might be surprised at how affordable some of the new devices are. The first thing you'll notice is the start screen. It has everything you use and care about the most. Apps, people, websites, or just about anything else, and it can be set up the way you want. When you're on the start screen, you can start typing anytime to search across the web, your PC, and apps. Search once and see all your results in one place. And you can do things right from the results, like playing songs or calling your friend. There are thousands of apps in the Windows Store to browse and download.
Certainly is.
At it all the time.
Oh yes.
Open multiple apps at the same time to use Windows the way you want. The start screen and apps are designed for touch, but they also work great with a mouse and keyboard. In fact, the things you're used to are still here. Your familiar desktop is a click or tap away, and favorite programs work the way they always have. Documents you create can be saved to the cloud automatically, so you always see the latest version, even on another device. With the new Windows, you get more. And now you can get the best of work and play on any device. Take your pick.
So you quite clearly saw Windows 8 there. So if you saw that video, which you definitely did, 'cause it's just on this video, you've seen a clip of Windows 8. We can compare Windows 7 and Windows 8, so let's just take a look at that. Come here. We can compare Windows 7. Windows 7 has the familiar desktop, but so does Windows 8.1. And it works with the mouse and keyboard, just like Windows 8.1. And it also works with Word, Excel, and Outlook, as well as PowerPoint and other familiar programs, just like Windows 7. Windows 8.1 has these benefits. It's great for touch PCs and tablets, has apps from the Windows Store, mail, people, and other built-in apps, keep your settings and apps on all your PCs and devices, Bing Smart Search to find things across the web, apps, and your PC, start screen with live updates, faster startup times, and well, just works great on new PCs. Because you can get convertible PCs, which, well, you've probably seen them, the screen flips, and like this one here, which is a Lenovo. Anyway, so that's Windows 8.1, and of course you compare it to an iPad, and it's 10 times better because Apple is shit.
As you always say.
Yes, which is, isn't it? iPad versus Windows. Now the website is just loading. Now we have the iPad Air versus the Asus VivoTab Smart 64-bit, or 64 gigabytes, should I say, running Windows 8. While the iPad might be thinner, the Asus is lighter,
And I have
and the display size is still bigger on the Asus, but it's lighter, which is why it's probably bigger. The iPad does not have micro HDMI or micro SD ports, and the Asus does. iPad only works with AirPrint enabled printers, and the VivoTab works with almost all printers. Well, the iPad is not going to run Microsoft's Office, and the iPad only lets you have one account, and also lets you see one app at a time. Let's compare it with the HP Envy X2. Yeah, anyway, the HP Envy has the same thickness, but it's slightly heavier. But that's fair enough because the screen is much bigger and it's got a clickable keyboard that you can plug in. The HP has micro SD, HDMI, and USB ports compared to the iPad, which has none. It works with most printers. The iPad has a keyboard on the touchscreen, but the Envy has one. You can click onto the bottom. The iPad only lets you have one account, and the Envy lets you have two, or more, or three, or four. And you can see more than one app on the Envy. And that is pretty much the same for the Microsoft Surface RT, which is the same thickness. It's slightly heavier, but that's fair because it's got a big enough screen, or bigger screen. It's got a USB and micro SD, and it's got all the rest. And you can buy this from, if we can find, microsoftstore.com/msuk/n_gb/pd/product ID.286908000. That is the Microsoft Surface RT. So you have pretty much loads of options for that. And if you get the Surface Pro, which is of course going to be much more expensive, you will get Hyper-V, which will allow you to run Windows XP and Windows 7 and Vista and whatever you want there. It just looks good and it's productive and it's got lots of ports and the Microsoft VaporMag casing. It has touch cover and front and rear facing 720p HD cameras. So, if you had to upgrade your Windows 7 to a Surface RT, would you do it? Or a Surface Pro, which has Hyper-V, which will allow you to run Windows 7 and Windows XP on your PC. Would you do that?
I didn't hear all of that.
if you've got Windows 8 Pro, you've got Hyper-V. Microsoft Surface Pro comes with Hyper-V because it's got Windows 8 Pro. You can install Windows 7 and Windows XP on the same PC. Would you do that without dual booting?
Yeah, I would.
So would you upgrade to that, or the Microsoft Surface RT, or the Microsoft Surface 2, which doesn't include Hyper-V because it's just a standard ARM processor instead of the Intel processor?
Not really, no.
So, well, now you know that, and I think that's going to be the end of it now.
Wait, you didn't advertise my YouTube.
I'll do that in a minute.